prisoners this Halloween. Let's get into some watch talk. Now, I see you put some on here. I love watch talk. It seems like it's sweeping the nation. Right as we started discussing watches, wristwatches, Rolex, everybody seems to be talking about watches. We've got this great video of Tom Segura. Was there some other watch-related content from this week, though? I want to pair this all together.
A few weeks ago, we were talking about your new favorite watch brand.
Well, I went ahead. I couldn't, I'm only human. And I'm a sucker for this type of stuff, too. And I get persuaded by all these cool guys and their watches. So I went out and I got the Rock of Rocks. And I bought from Jeff FM. Or no, this was gifted to me from Jeff himself, the owner of Ara Watches. Do you have that one video where Jeff goes, look at these beauties? Should be in the notes. I think it says Ara Watches 30% off. Look at these beauties. And it's of him opening up a briefcase of all the Ara watches. And it says, look at these beauties. Maybe type in, search for, 30% off. I believe that was the note. This was from a few months back. And I couldn't believe it because I was gifted an Ara watch. You all saw me wear it. It was with that black band. It had that AP style face. Oh, it's a gorgeous rock. And it was given to me by Jeff himself, the owner of Ara Watches. And then this video came out. We meant to show you this. Wait till you see this. This is a beautiful video here from Jeff himself about the rock that he gave me. We're just waiting for that
I found it.
Pop up here.
It's actually just a screenshot.
Oh, okay, great. Just a screenshot. Yeah, look at this. This is from Jeff's Instagram story, the owner of Ara Watches. And he says, 30% off these beauties, but then they're displayed like this is how they were displayed. And I'm like... And they're in this case, where it's got like the podcaster foam on there. And it almost seemed like he was giving up on the brand. Look at these. This watch doesn't even have a face. Like, this isn't really a nice way to display luxury watches. Okay, so you saw that. Let's check out Tom Segura. We had Tom Segura. Now, he's been getting it up the ass from his listeners for the last year or so about being too rich. Remember this? Look what he does. We'll watch a little of this. Tom Segura goes watch shopping. Uh-oh.
Oh, really, dude?
You got to see this. I'll play it from the beginning, right?
Yeah.
Tom Segura, look at this. He goes to this high-end store. He's looking at Omegas. He's looking at... Now, I know a lot of you are into watches right now, too. What did I tell you? Get rid of that rock. Trust me on this. Get an Ara. Get a Bible watch. But get rid of your rock. These Grand Seikos. Oh, I can't stand them. These Omegas. Oh, boy. And especially the godfather of all crap, the Rolex. Yucky. Here's Tom Segura doing what he does best, being a snob.
Most of my trips, I schedule diving around, so that's what
You're going to love this.
You dive?
No, I've never done.
Okay. And I guarantee some of the French speakers, they cringe every time I try.
They cringe when you do anything. They're French.
John, can you get me a snowflake?
Is that code for cocaine?
That is, no, that is not code for, that is the name of the watch.
Oh, wow.
You can see that red dial.
Dude.
That Grand Seiko, huh?
Incredible.
That's incredible.
I like cool. Get me cool stuff.
Which they call a balance cock. So you guys know I love helping people out with their watch collection. And today we have a honor to help out world-renowned comedian, Tom Segura.
Hey.
Tom, thanks for stopping in, man.
Oh, yeah.
Really nice to meet you.
You're looking beautiful.
Place, man.
Thank you. Just opened in February. Longtime fan. So you're into watches.
Yes.
You're into watches.
Yes.
I've noticed a lot of comedians into watches, but you're probably somebody that stands out the most.
Really?
With wearing really cool stuff too.
Oh,
Not the
thank you.
conventional
Really cool.
pieces, like not to put down any like the standard hype pieces, but even what you have on your wrist today, you were showing me.
Yeah, this was one of the ones that, because I was gonna show you some stuff that I like watches. I like all watches, but
He likes them
Let's
all.
get into this in
with
general.
stories.
Yeah.
You know, watches. How I got
Me
into
too.
it, I think even as a kid, I wore watches, regularly. I had a Seiko, but I
Oh, he had a Seiko, because now Grand Seiko is popular. So, he had a Seiko, of course. Oh, that thanks. As a kid, he loved watches. I never had the money for a watch as a kid. If we wanted to know the time, we had to ask the teacher. and they'd point to the damn wall. That was our watch. So he grew up rich, obviously, if he had all these watches as a kid, these Seikos. I remember I would go to Kmart. Okay, did you have Kmart where you grew up, Jules? This was a beautiful store.
No, we did not.
They'd have, in the women's clothing section, it's similar to Target. Target, I think, still has this, right? Where in the middle of, like, by the women's clothing section, they have a small jewelry counter. Do they still have that at Targets? They used to have that as all these stores. You'd go, there'd be a small jewelry counter, and there'd be stacks and stacks of these watches in these little cardboard boxes. Timex. You'd have all these cool watches we could never afford. They were like $30. Not Tom. Tom grew up with a silver spoon in his mouth, of course. His dad, of course, the creator of Milton Bradley. Yeah, so a lot of money. He had a lot of money. He was I think a lawyer for Milton Bradley, or a big stock trader at Milton Bradley, that big stock company from the World Trade Center. And here he is. And you're going, is he going to be funny? Is he going to lend himself as a comedian to be funny? Or is he just going to talk about some watches? Let's just take a look. And then I'm going to debut my newest rock. And yes, it's Pueblo style, and it goes with this outfit perfectly. Wait, coming up.
Like into it, and I guess, saw timepieces. You go, oh, I'd like to get that one day. And then some of them.
Look at this guy. Look what he has become.
But
The
this one in
candles,
particular,
there's two candles that are out.
Two candles out already, right here on the set here. Now, were these
3? There's one even 3.
Got that one back. Whoop! Burn me! Don't burn me. Now, where's this third one? Oh, beans everywhere. Oh, almost. Oh, I'm burning myself. And where's this third one over
on the
here?
Other side, yeah. Reach farther.
Yeah, let's see.
No, in front of those ones.
Well,
there's
one's-
4.
yeah.
There's
Oh, my
4.
God.
Oh my
So
God.
we're-
So those ones are horrible.
Wow. Okay, here we go. Relighting. Remember, we said we're going to stop the show if this should happen here. So there's one more. So it's all the same brand, huh? Well, what I'm guessing is this particular brand is set on a timer no matter what. We got all different brands here. No big whoop. No big whoop, right? Let us know. If you see a candle out, let us know. There'll be big money in it for you. Look at this beautiful watch he's got here.
This is, my dad passed away a couple of years ago, but when he was sick at one point, he was in the hospital and he had a bone marrow transplant. It was this huge deal. And then he got better and got out, and he lived a few more years. But at that time, I gave him this watch. It's a Jaeger LeCoultre.
Come on.
And I guarantee some.
A Jaja LeCoultre.
Joker 2.
You gave him this watch, and why is it on your wrist now if you gave it to your dead dad? You're telling me you took that out of his casket?
It should be in the ground.
Let me get that Jaja LeCoultre back. Wait till you hear what Tom likes about these types of watches.
Jaeger LeCoultre.
What an asshole.
And I guarantee some of the French speakers, they cringe every time I try.
They cringe when you do anything. They're French.
Oh, yeah.
But this piece, it reminds me of him because I gifted this to him.
Master Control, man, that's beautiful.
Well, then
watch.
no
Yeah,
duh,
it's a
it
really
reminds
cool
you of
watch, and
him.
to me, it's also. I try to when I've gifted watches before.
Yeah.
I try to gift a watch that I think the person would like. In other words, when I went into this boutique that day, I saw
As
ones I was like, oh,
opposed
I'd
to-
like that. But then I go, yeah, but that was not for him, and he loved this piece.
He's wearing, he's dressed like Hillary Clinton. With this long
this
coat. Is this a Jaja LeCoultre?
So, yeah.
So, in general, today, you're in town for your Come Together tour.
Yes.
And you're looking for
You got to
a
hear what he
watch,
says
right?
about these
Yes.
watches.
So what are we looking for? What are you trying to find with this new piece?
So I'll say that like most of the time I don't gravitate towards leather bands.
Wow,
As
listen.
of recent, really have started to enjoy fabric bands, like different fabrics.
Okay.
I would say most watches I have
Most watches.
are metal bracelets,
Most watches he has are metal bracelets. Yucky. So that really shows the kind of person he is. He don't like a leather band. He don't like understated. He wants everyone to see that rock from a mile away. Isn't that something? That's a real tell if a guy doesn't like a leather band on his $41,000 watch. That's a bad man. Listen to this. He's going to tell you what he does on tour here.
So, and I do enjoy that. I like weight and heft, to that, but. I mean, I'm open to an experience.
Of course.
This is the fun thing for me about being with somebody like you is that you know so much more than me that it's fun to get the education.
As you should, the watchmaker.
So, do you want to look at Grand Seiko? I mean, as someone from great Japanese descent, I figured you'd want to.
I am a very.
You're 100% Japanese.
100% Japanese. A lot of people don't do that.
I didn't know that.
And here's the thing that I was so excited you carry them is that if you like watches, you can't help but hear about how much people love Grand Seiko and this aspect of this company and how much they put into it. And I've never.
I'll tell you, I got a couple of these Grand Seikos. They look like $20 pieces of shit. They look like nothing. There's no appeal. There's no glamour to them. I got them stuffed in the back of a drawer, getting scratched up.
So I would love to see them.
Okay.
Yeah.
So first time.
Every watch I have, it doesn't even tell time because I don't wear them to move the movement thing to make it wind. All my watches are dead. They're in the back of junk drawers. They're cracked. They're smushed.
Introduction to Grand Seiko. It's in 1960. Japanese watchmaking. What's interesting about Japanese watchmaking compared to Swiss watchmaking is that.
Okay, wait. I want to go to this one part here.
The
Come on, Tommy. Stop it. We don't care about this.
I like it.
So this model, this is a high beat version. This is known as the SBGH 295, and John is our boutique manager. He might help us out, but this is his daily.
Really?
That he wears. Yes. John is always wearing this daily. So this is
Really?
a watch. It's using 5 hertz movement, which means 36,000
Unbelievable.
vibrations
Oh, the
per hour.
5 hertz
You have really
movement.
clean sweep
Oh,
on the
that's
second
what I'm
hand,
really
40
into.
millimeter case. And then look at that dial.
And I love that these guys trick themselves into thinking it's all about the movement and the craftsmanship. By the way, all the craftsmanship is on the back of the watch where your wrist touches. You can't see it. If you cared about the craftsmanship, you'd flip the watch over so you could see the gears. But no, they want to see, oh, this beautiful, isn't this a beautiful face? Oh, it's gorgeous. Oh, it's so gorgeous. What is this? Some crappy blue material?
Take a look at that.
Unbelievable.
I'll have that for you over here.
That dial is stunning.
Stunning.
They
Listen to
call
him.
this
Listen to him
They
speak.
call this their 62GS case.
Stunning.
It's based off of a 1967 design. It doesn't have a bezel, so you just look at how it's just opening up with that dial.
Stunning.
A couple of things I'll call attention to is how they finish their cases. Something you might hear
You said
with
you wanted
Grand
a part where he
Seiko
talks
is
about his tour.
Zuratsu.
Yeah,
You should
that
skip
part.
to 910.
910.
I think.
Yeah, maybe. Let's see. Listen to this. You got to hear what he does while he's out on tour. It's unreal.
Before we leave.
Jesus, man, making this tough. No, let's just
Okay, let's keep moving.
keep moving. Okay.
All right. So what do you know about Glashütte?
Well, what I know about Glashütte is that it's a town in Germany
Listen to this.
specializes in watches.
That's actually right. That's very correct.
I remember being there and because when I was
So you
in,
visited Glashütte?
I didn't visit Glashütte, but I remember being in Germany and on this European tour. Basically, in every city we just stopped and bought watches.
In every city on the tour, during his tour, they stopped and bought watches.
European tour, basically in every city we just
Wait. Who did he
stopped
tour
and
with?
bought.
Yeah, that'd be
Because
interesting.
Did his openers get to buy a watch?
Did they all buy a watch, or
you
did they
buy a
watch you buy watches? I can't imagine his openers having the money to buy a watch in every city in Europe.
Watches or at least research them. So it was that was like a year and a half ago, and so learning about them, about Nomos, and about just what happened.
those were
in the
gorgeous.
city.
Yes.
So that was the experience.
No homos.
So you know some of the backstory. This was a town that started back in 1845
Burn it!
as the center for watchmaking in Germany.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a small town, 8,000 people, but
Nazi
today
town.
there's over 10 brands that call it home. And some of the best brands in the world, and it's a small, sleepy town. That's it.
Yeah.
And during World War II, I mean, it was completely destroyed. All the
of
watchmaking
course,
went away.
Yeah.
What happened at that time was there was no watchmaking basically left.
He just showed a black and white picture to show how it was. It's not completely destroyed. That was just a black and white photo. It's completely destroyed.
All the watchmaking went away.
See?
What happened at that time was
fine.
the watchmaking basically left.
Yes.
And then there was a consolidation of the industry in that area,
Yes.
where it was known as the GUB, was what the name. And it's a long German name. Don't ask me to say it because
Sure.
you know how the Germans do it. It's just very, very long.
Yeah.
But that was all that remained. So it was all the old parts. It was some of the manufacturing process. And after the fall of the Berlin Wall in 1989, You then saw the rebirth of this entire region. The so Rolanga came back 1994.
gorgeous.
Nomos 1990.
Oh, that's a beauty.
We also have Guasuto Reganal. Guasuto Reganal is the extension of that consolidation
Yes.
This
of the
video
GUB.
is so long.
and
Was
now
he there
being
for like
in
7
Washington.
hours?
He loves it. And
listening to
again,
this
not
guy?
contributing anything funny, not saying a lick, just shopping for watches. You got enough watches, bozo. Now, do I have enough watches? Of course. But I figured I must have a new watch for my new Pueblo lifestyle, okay? Are we ready to debut? Maybe we can get something on here. Ooh. All right. So, of course, in the old Pueblo, we did not wear wrist watches. We wore pocket watches. Introducing the ultimate in luxury watch experience. You can see this is pinned on me right now. Here's the chain. Ladies and gentlemen, the Ara pocket watch. Cut to the... Look at this. It is a beautiful... This is my Ara watch. I've converted it to pocket. I ripped those straps off. I cut them off sloppily. I could not get the tiny screw out. You can see the luxury back there. That's the craftsmanship of Ara. And you flip it around, and of course, it's that beautiful Ara face you saw me wearing on my wrist, but it is now a pocket watch. I think it looks beautiful, and we'll use it tonight here to kind of put a hex on Tom Segura and maybe some other... Here, don't look directly at this. If you're watching, turn away, because you're getting sleepy. You're getting greedy. You're getting tired. You're getting an Ara watch. Guys, code Redbar, 30% off one of these babies. These are brand new.
Actually, I think the Aura watch is more valuable than ever.
Well, let's see, because we just got some news about the Ara brand. You know, this is the pinnacle of luxury here. Whoa! Hey, these things could withstand a lot, these Aras. Here, I think they really can. Like, you could do whatever you want to these. Look at that. Look what it could withstand. Here, cut to the... Oh!
Whoa,
It
there
can...
you go.
Oh! Whoa, oh! Now,
my
what
God.
happens when you do this? Is that bad luck? Hey, look, it's a T now. We can give this to Tony for his desk. The Golden Pony T. Okay, well, I'm sorry, Jesus Christ,
That
but
seems like that's gonna be bad.
the Aura watch is so strong it breaks up. It breaks off the pocket. I spent a long time super gluing. The Aura watch is so strong it breaks metal.
It breaks the cross of Jesus Christ.
But look at that Aura watch. It is spotless here. That is spotless. That's a
Wait,
beaut.
focus it more. You're in the wrong plate. There we go. It should refocus the camera.
Look at that beauty. Look at
Wow.
that. That is a beauty. Okay, well, we're sorry about this. And Jesus' head is still intact, so I think I'm good. Thank you, Ara. But we have some exciting news from Jeff, right?
Yes.
About Aura watches. I was so sad to hear this because I just got into Ara. Maybe I'll make a necklace out of this. Would that be sharp? If I wore this as a necklace, or maybe,
bolo.
oh my God, a bolo Aura watch.
That's actually so fire.
Get the super glue. This would be fire. Look at that. How has no one thought of
done
that?
a watch bolo.
A
That is
watch
fucking
bolo
sick.
for people of the Pueblo. I mean, that is
And
nice.
it's for
That
the
is
richest
sharp.
men, because the richest
Yeah.
men don't need to check their own time. They just need their
Exactly.
assistants
Other
to
people,
see the time and
you
hurry
go,
the
what
fuck
time
up.
is it? Yeah, and the other person who's chaperoning you can see the time.
Your
Very,
driver, your wife.
very cute idea. I love my Aura watch. I keep this as a keepsake from my father now, and I keep this in my pocket here. Well, actually, I keep it over here. I don't want to get scratched. It's got I ripped the band off. There's metal exposed. But let's hear this update from Aura Watch. This is so sad to see because I really had a lot of stock. This is an update from Jeff Whittick himself, the owner of Aura Watches.
And our friend.
Okay, let's see this. Jeff Whittick, our Jeff Whittick. This is from the Reddit of Jeff Whittick, if you could believe it. And somebody says, Jeff removed Aura Watches from his bio. Wonder what happened with that. Uh-oh. You know, when I first showed the Aura watch, I was getting a ton of reports that, Mike, this is not a good watch. This is a cheap watch.
Oh, please.
And they said many YouTubers before Jeff tried to sell this exact same watch under a different name. I said, no. I don't believe that for 1 second. And I'm like, if this is true, I'm going to feel like a complete fool. So you can see here, Jeff does not say anything about Aura watches on his bio. Okay, we've got some more. We dug a little further here. And was this from Twitter or his Discord or Reddit?
This is Reddit.
He also unfollowed the official Aura Watch account. What the? I thought he was the owner. Which is weird because he made it seem like he created the brand. Yeah, that's what I thought too when I was gifted. Jeff responds. Here's Jeff himself, right?
Yeah.
Under Jeff's barbershop. It was my brand, but my partners were being phony, and I got no more time for more lawsuits and stress. Can't be having no more seizures. What the fuck? As someone with epilepsy, I agree. Don't add
That
anything.
part doesn't really matter. I shouldn't include
this
that.
is okay. Was there another screenshot here?
Yes.
Though? Okay, the final screenshot. I hate to hear this, but yes, maybe my Aura watch is now a collector's piece. Somebody says, I noticed too, I think he invested enough in the brand monetarily to be considered a co-founder, but that was the extent of it. And someone says, you're probably right, but now he's out. Very strange. And Jeff says, I don't know if I'm out yet, but to be honest, I just want to wear my Garmin. Unbelievable from the owner of a watch company. I wish Grand Seiko would do something like
we've
this.
been
That's a
throwing our
bold move. That is a bold move, my friend. Well, so long, Jeff. And again, I kiss this every night. My Jeff FM watch. Now, is this ticking? Is this ticking at all here? Not at all. I struggle, I'll be honest. I struggle to tell the time on a real watch. I always have to go, what the hell is it trying to say here? I always forget with the big hand and the little hand and then that other big one that's going around. I go, the time is moving fast today. I don't know. But beautiful. Maybe we'll give this away to one lucky guy. Thank you so much, Jeff. I guess I'm over that brand. Thank you very much. Aura watches.
We really wanted it to work out.
Should we tune in to our friend here, Big Spid, and see what else has been going on? Because I know he's got a lot to say. Big Spid here. Should we take a moment and see what he's up to? All right, let's crank him on.